We just had the most game-changing eviction of the season, and now it really does feel like anything is possible. We are now in week 7 of the game, officially past the halfway point, and wow, does it feel like a brand new game today. Right now we have a brand new HOH and some new surprising targets for the week. But before we dive into all that, make sure you hit that subscribe button below if you have not already. Seriously guys, the live feeds really are the best way to watch the show. It's where all the action is. And I know I've been saying this all season, but it's because it's true. Recap channels like this really do give you the best opportunity to actually see what's going on in this game. After all, the TV edit can only tell us so much. So if you would like a deeper dive into what actually goes on and how this game is actually played day to day, this is the channel to subscribe to. Now, let's get started. So, like we just saw in the last eviction episode, Tucker was just evicted in a 5-3 vote, giving us yet another split vote and partial blindside as we continue through this crazy ass season. Losing Tucker here was a bittersweet process for a lot of us fans, right? On one hand, he was this diamond in the rough. He came in bold and daring and just ready to bust this game open and break all the rules, and he didn't really care how he looked in the process. He did so much for the entertainment value of the show this season, and I'm always going to be appreciative of that. From the house fights to breaking the game to boldly taking on damn near every single big brother curse possible in one season, Tucker really did give us a lot in his short time there, so for that, I thank him. But on the other hand, Tucker had to go. He simply had to go. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It was for the sake of literally everyone's game. And yes, that does include Joseph, and yes, that even includes Rubina too. Even though strategically Tucker was kind of all over the place, he had still proven to be the best competitor in that house by far. Every single competition in this modern game guarantees the winner's safety. And this season, that is 3 competitions every single week. That means Tucker had 3 chances every single week of guaranteeing himself safety, and if they didn't take him out when they did, he could have easily have won out until the end of the game. Trust me, I know a lot of y'all loved him down and he was fun feeds and all of that, but you can't deny he just had to go. Sorry. Plus, he volunteered for the block anyway, and he won that $20K, and if you ask me, he's probably the strongest contender for AFP, so he'll be alright. So with Tucker now out of the house, this just busts the game open even more and making it even more possible for anybody to win, especially now that we're heading towards the end game. After Tucker's eviction, people like Rubina and Joseph were obviously shaken up. T-Kor took the news a little better. I mean, she knew that they were just doing what needed to be done, but still there is a lot of distrust in the air as the house guests head to the next HOH comp. It was apparently one of those egg balance competitions, and when the feeds return back, we see that Quinn is our new HOH. Now, this is technically Quinn's second HOH of the season, so let's see if he's able to do better than the first time. But for now, let's talk about Quinn's position in the game. Quinn has had a rocky road in this game so far. His biggest current alliance is the Visionaries with Kimo and T-Kor, but they did both blindside him pretty bad by voting out Cedric during his last HOH, so things definitely aren't as strong as they used to be. He also has a pretty good relationship with Joseph and a one-sided relationship with Leah. But other than that, there's not much to Quinn's game in terms of loyalty. So pretty much immediately, Quinn is going to decide to put Angela up. I mean, that much is a no-brainer. After all, these two have way too much of a rocky past for anything real or super trustful to ever happen between them, and Angela knows that too. So Quinn's been going around telling everybody that Angela is his target because she's the obvious choice, but in reality, his real target is a little bit more nuanced. His real target is Miss Rubina. Quinn really wants to target Rubina because, quote, he's already burned her too many times in the game. They don't have a bad relationship like he and Angela do, but I think that he's just afraid because he's put her up in the past, so he doesn't want any retaliation, and this is just a way to kind of tie up a loose end.
Okay, who do you want to put up? Let's just tell me that
put up Angela.
Rubina.
Okay.
I've stabbed her in the back twice. She would be drunk to
Come against you.
to try to not send me home.
Right. Oh, I get what you're saying.
It would be crazy for her to be like, I trust Quinn again.
So because of their history and because he's already put her up once, I really don't think that Rubina is a bad target for Quinn, but I do still think that there are bigger fish to fry. In fact, if he wanted to, I think it's very possible that Quinn repairs that relationship with Rubina, but I don't think that plan is in his playbook at all, especially with who his third nominee is. Quinn's third nominee for the block, I shit you not, is Kimo. You know Kimo, right? One of the last few allies that Quinn actually has hanging on by a thread. Yep, that's the one.
He so clearly would have prioritized Tucker over me. That's why I don't feel bad for putting him up.
Yeah.
Because he made his bed. He has to sleep in it now.
Quinn just doesn't like how close Kimo got to Tucker after Tucker blew up Quinn's whole spot. To me, a lot of this is kind of irrelevant since Tucker's gone now, but I will give Quinn the benefit of the doubt because I do kind of get it from his perspective too. After all, Quinn was more loyal to the Visionaries than literally anyone else in the game at first, but then they blindsided him by choosing Rubina and kind of Tucker over him. So then he blindsided them back by voting out Tucker, and now he's choosing Joseph over them. From Quinn's perspective, this is just good old-fashioned karma.
Quinn hasn't trusted us for a long time now. And he was just
pretending. Yeah.
Now, even though this is the more fun and chaotic choice, I don't know if targeting this trio of Kimo, T-Kor, and Rubina is the best for Quinn's game right now. I think he maybe had a better shot trying to swing them back on over to his side.
You think I'll be on the block?
If you were, it would be because I know you'll stay.
Okay.
Just straight up, especially like with the narrative of the house right now. I'm trying not to make more people upset with me.
Yeah.
But like, you won't go home this week.
Quinn has much weaker connections with people like MJ and Cam and even Chelsie, who is low-key the best player in the game now. That's all I'm saying. These could all be good options for targets. But perhaps the best option out of all of them just happens to be Quinn's biggest blind spot, and that is Leah. Leah and Quinn started off this game really tight and strong together, and they even formed a final two. But ever since week 2, Leah has completely flipped on Quinn because it turns out not only does she not really like him as a player, but she low-key doesn't really like him that much as a person either. She's just talked a lot of trash about him around the house, and it even got to the point where she was trying to push for him to go on the block to T-Kor last week. And during this same time, Quinn was up there moving mountains trying to keep Leah safe for that week. It's crazy. T-Kor and Kimo have kind of sorta warned him about Leah, but none of this is really getting through to him. Dude is so down bad right now. He just can't believe that his precious Leah would say anything bad about him. It's crazy.
Okay, because I think, you're really smart. I trust the way you think. It scares me sometimes. But you're so smart.
I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on your side.
I'm never joking.
I will use my nefarious deeds to help you.
I'm so excited.
I will never hurt you.
Even when he does try to confront her about her shit talking, she just blatantly brushes it off and moves on to the next topic, and he totally lets her. He is just a lost cause at this point, folks. Quinn is officially thinking with the wrong head, so now I have very, very little hope for him. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that Leah is safe for this week, even though her leaving would probably be really, really good for Quinn's game. We're just going to have to see where Quinn's game goes from here. His master plan for the week is to apparently build another majority alliance of 7 people. 7. Mind you, there were only 10 people left in the house, which means Quinn's master plan is to align with literally everybody who he's not putting up this week. And yes, I am so serious. There is obviously a lot that makes no sense here. I don't know how the hell he plans to make this last longer than a week. I don't know why he thinks he can pull in T-Kor without Kimo and Rubina. I don't know how he plans to navigate through next week playing like this. There is obviously a lot of mystery to Quinn's gameplay, but that's what makes it so much fun. So that's all I have for today. At the time of this recording, the nomination ceremony still hasn't happened yet, but I think the noms of Kimo, Rubina, and Angela are pretty locked in. Let me know in the comments below if you think Quinn is making the right decision with his nominations this week, or should he nominate someone else instead? Let me know. Of course, I'll be back here to update you guys with what happens with that veto, but until next time, bye.